Hello VC, well I am here, as you can just about see me. Just thought I'd start this video rather haphazardly and wobbly. There is my new stylus and cartridge. It's this one here, gold ring, and I'm more than happy with it, it has to be said. So let's just make our way over. Camera wobbling everywhere. So, plug that in. So it has indeed been a while since my last video. Not any particular reason, just, well, sorry about that, one of those things. I've got a great big stack here to show you of £1 fines, and then a slightly thinner pile of things that cost a little bit more than that. So without further ado, I will crack on. Let's have a swig of tea. I hope you are all doing well. It's towards the end of October now. I presume the clocks are going to be changing this coming weekend, which is so depressing. Still, I suppose it's more time to spend indoors, play records. Yeah, just, that's how it goes, isn't it, really? Right, put my sleeves up for this, rub my hands together. Okay, let's start with the ones I actually bought, which were more than £1. Okay, it's a very eclectic mix yet again. It's one of those videos again. So yeah, maybe I'll do it so that you can't fast forward through it. I will be showing them quite quickly. Some of them I don't know what they are, but I've just picked them up because they were just like there and they looked interesting, About a month ago, I think I went over to see a mate in obviously England, because I live in England, and it was near to Reading. It was a shop near Reading. It was, was it Wallingford or Henley? No, it was Henley upon Thames, which is a very affluent sort of place. I did have the intention of going to the charity shops there, and didn't have the time, so I popped into a record shop there. I forget the name of it now. He only took cash, so I had that last minute panic to run across the road to the cash point. I got an album which I've sent to somebody. I'm sure they will be showing it very soon, which I went back to play. That is another video I must do, like show a video of all the stuff that I play from my, stuff I probably haven't shown, like, even in 4 years on the VC, haven't actually shown the majority of the records I've got. It always tends to be the new finds and the new, the fresh killings of hunting out in the wild. But yeah, lots of stuff. I don't know why that is, really. Anyway, so that was one thing that I got, and then the other two things that I found in this shop were, I got an album by Striper, and it's got the it's got this in it, like the big dollar note. Is that a dollar? I'm not sure. And then the lyrics and that hilarious haircuts and get up on the back. I mean, what is going on there? I don't know. But hey, that was the 80s, I suppose. Look at this guy here. Dear oh dear. Oh, pardon me. Didn't mean to touch that. Yeah, that is just scary, isn't it? But it appears they're not a bad band, Striper. The other one I got, also on a very, typically for me, I suppose, a religious trip, is Festival Folk Mass, which has a sort of a very, at the time, I suppose, very modern sort of cover. I'm getting some glare here. Sorry about that. I think this is Canadian, is it? Yeah, Montreal. Yeah, it's Canadian. Yeah, and I had the album by the, I can never say his name, John Uleskia or Uleskava or something. Anyway, he's a guy who does a lot of sort of late 60s Christian or sort of a bit more experimental sort of stuff, playing around with like church services, like what you normally have in them, and mixing them with like his rock pop sound, I suppose you could say. Yeah, I'll show it another time anyway. The one that I really like. So that, yeah, well, that was that anyway. And then a couple of weeks ago, I was over seeing some friends, um, and went to somewhere called the Record Shop where I used to live. It's moved a couple of times. Still the same guy working in there, and I've been in there after the record store day, and I didn't really see anything I fancied apart from this one record, and it actually turned out that they still had it, and because obviously no one in this place was interested in it, it's on Cherry Red. I got it for half price. It's this. It's Formative UK Electronica, 1975 to 1983. Excursions, proto-synth pop, DIY techno and ambient exploration. So here we go. It's got legendary pink dots on it. It's got a couple of. It's definitely got one by a guy who was in Radiophonic Workshop. A lot of this stuff, it was only sort of like available on cassettes and things, and very sort of limited releases, and some of it wasn't even released at all. So yeah. Yeah, so here's a half marked price. So for record store day, that was £27. So I got that for half of £27. What's that? £13.50, which for something like that, I mean, what's that? It's nothing, is it really? Yeah, it's got some very nice liner notes about all the tracks here. I'll show you the label as well. I think if I can get it out there, just sort of a bit like the cover. Nice label there. Sorry if you couldn't see it. Maybe I should get up and turn the light off. I don't know. Oh well. And there's one more that I got. There's one more that I got from that shop, which they had a record for once. They had a record player in their shop where you could actually just listen to stuff. Tried a couple of things, but this one stood out on the price. It's not really worth much. I looked it up on Discogs, but it was just very interesting. All the some of the tracks were a little bit ambient, which you can probably tell from the title. It's called From the Dawn Chorus by somebody called Tim Wholehouse, and he's done a lot of homemade stuff. Good Morning, Mr. Vampire, Harvest Time. So yeah, it's somewhere between ambient and field recording, sound effects, and folky songs, and then at times it goes very much into quite a noise, basically. And that was £5, which is apparently what it's worth anyway. But I was quite happy with that. Just thinking whether to make this into 2 videos or not. Seeing as I seem to be rambling a bit, and yeah, maybe I should make this into 2 videos. So 9 minutes 30 seconds I've rambled enough. Yeah, so the next video would be all £1 fines, of which the stack is about 30 centimetres or so. Okay, let's leave it at that, and I will be uploading in a minute. See you soon. Bye.